Queen's Lament is a song. It's a difficult song for a Wakeman to talk about because it's based on Catherine Howard. Now, obviously, Dad is phenomenally well known for his Six Wives record, but I read a story about Catherine Howard, which was about the manner of her death, and I felt it was a particularly poignant story. And it's about the time when she was in the Tower where Henry had become aware of her dalliances, and she felt that she was sort of immune to any of his anger, and she was proved wrong. So she ended up in the Tower, and she realized, she was quite young, and she realized the only thing that she could control then was the manner of her death. And so she used to ask for the block to be brought to her in her cell so that she could practice going to the block with a certain amount of poise that only a queen could do. And so I wrote a piece of music in a almost a sort of medieval lament way. And I wanted to do it in a way that she was there and explaining what had happened in her life. And there's this musical refrain that comes round at the end of every section. And I decided that the first time she would sing it alone. And then as we go through the song, more and more people that are around her, the guards, her lady in waiting, etc., all come in one by one and add support. And we do that by adding a different voice every single time. And all the voices build up, so by the end of the song, she has a crowd of people around her showing support. I thought that was a particularly poignant story, and I wanted to put it down into musical form. And it's a beautiful track to play. And I recorded part of this song at John Mitchell's studio in Reading. And while we were there, we realized that there was a harmonium actually in the hallway, not actually in the studio at all. Now, a harmonium, for those of you that may not know, is a pedal-based keyboard instrument. So you have to pedal it in order to get air through it in order to create the sound. So you're pedaling away and playing. The difficulty was, because this keyboard wasn't actually in the studio, whilst I was playing it, I couldn't actually hear the main track at all. So I had John in the other room listening to it, counting out the bars to me as I was playing along. So I actually played all the parts without actually being able to hear the song at all. Luckily, they all joined up, and it was great fun to play.
I'd have to say that Queen's Lament is probably my favourite track on the album. Maybe a bit biased because Oliver allowed my daughter to record on that, or youngest daughter anyway. And also Oliver Day's guitar. I love the tone on the classical acoustic.